New Hull City boss Leonid Slutsky is loving life in England and is excited by his new adventure at the KCOM Stadium. The Russian had spent his entire 16-year managerial career in his native country before joining the Tigers at the start of the season and, despite the challenging start to the Sky Bet Championship campaign, is reveling in every minute of it. September 8, 2017, 7 p.m. Leonid Slutsky has already seen a huge rebuilding job of the squad, with 13 new players arriving and 10 players depart this summer alone, and those numbers don't even include a horde of loanees who left at the end of last season. 5 new players have arrived since their last league game alone, and all could be in action when they travel to Derby on Friday night, live on Sky Sports Football. Head here to see the latest Sky Bet odds from the championship, EFL and more. I'm very happy here because it's an adventure for me, he told Sky Sports. It's been a difficult start because we've had about 3 teams in the last 2 months. We started to train one and a lot of players left. We continued training, then a lot of players got injured, and now after last week we have 5 new players. But I'm very satisfied with the players who have come in. A lot of them are young and have extra ambition to prove themselves because they played at Arsenal, Liverpool or Chelsea and found it difficult to play there. But everybody has motivation and that's important for me. There will be a guaranteed millionaire made this weekend. Enter your predictions for free here. Slutsky is a close friend of Roman Abramovich, often staying at the hotel by Stamford Bridge during his previous stays in England and even taking 3 players, Ala Reina, Michael Hector and Fikayo Tomorrow, on loan from Chelsea. But Slutsky insists that, while the Russian billionaire helped him settle in the country, he played no part in helping him get the job at Hull. He couldn't get me help a job, but he helped me adapt to England as a country, said the Hull boss. He recommended the school, where I learned English. When I was in London I stayed at the hotel at Stamford Bridge and Chelsea helped me get a lot of tickets to matches. Now we have free loan players from there. Abramovich always calls me and asks about how we played last match, our team and our players. I'm very thankful to him and Chelsea for their helpfulness. Slutsky has never managed outside of Russia before in his career, and, as little as 6 months ago, he could barely speak a word of English. However, he was determined not to go down the same route as some foreign coaches and use a translator. Sometimes I think my English is good and sometimes I think it's very bad. In the last 2 months I haven't really had time to continue my lessons because the transfer window was open, he said. Now it's closed, maybe I'll continue lessons with a teacher 2 or 3 times a week. But not only about football. My conversations are only about football, so maybe my vocabulary will get better after speaking about other problems. My football vocabulary is good because I can explain everything. But English guys use a lot of slang words and speak very quickly and I'm like, slowly please. I'm a stupid foreign guy and my English is not so good. Aside from leading Russia to 2016 Euros, where they held England to a 1-1 draw in the group stage, before being beaten by Slovakia and Wales, to finish bottom of the group, Slutsky had been manager of CSKA Moscow, where they had won 3 titles in 4 seasons before his departure after 7 years at the helm. Despite his success, Slutsky was determined to move elsewhere and search for a new challenge, and he is loving life in England so far. It's been very interesting for me in England, and there have been a lot of new situations, he said. Inside the club everything works like a Swiss clock and it's very professional. I'd also like to thank the supporters for their reaction to me and for singing songs about me, as it's the first time in my career that's happened. I also like your culture of the away stand where we generally have a minimum of 2,000 supporters. It's very important for us. Also in Russia anyone can speak about the club, the owner, the president, everyone. But in England the manager is the speaker for the team, taking all press conferences and all questions about transfers, injuries etc. It's very good for me and my learning process. CSKA was the best time in my life because it was a really big club. We played about 50 matches in the Champions League, reached a quarterfinal, and won a lot of titles. I'm thankful to everybody there because I had a really good time, but I felt I must change something in my life and find a new challenge in my career. Now I'm here, and I'm very happy at Hull. Don't miss Hull City's trip to Derby in the Sky Bet Championship on Friday night, live on Sky Sports Football from 7 p.m.